Can you give me a cue? Cue. Mic check.
That's gone.
Okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back now here at Indian Hill. And it's already the first inning.
And what we just saw there was this number 14 just cracked one over into left field, and because of the sun, I guess we couldn't get a glove on it, and so now we have runners at third and second.
You know, it looks almost like a different team we're playing here because
Yeah.
Ross did change their uniforms.
Yes.
In between the two games, so it's a little different look. Also a little different look on the mound. We have sophomore Owen Willis, who is making his first start on varsity ever. So we'll see. He's been pitching pretty well in JV, and I didn't know if he was going to start today, but he got the starting job, and we'll see how he does tonight. This afternoon with Joe Wardeman now behind the plate. A couple other additions to the Braves. Looks like we have Ryan Lockwood out in left field. And
up to bat for Ross Rams right now is Talenda, number 4.
Any other additions to Indian Hill's team? We'll point them out as we
go.
Them out. But actually, at second base, it looks like we have Matt Stolper into the game. And we just got a roster, so we should be a little better with our lineup now.
See, the players that are in play right now would be Ryan Lockwood, number 14, Phil Madden, number 4, Colin Bonekemper, number 7, Joe Wardeman, number 10, John Budding, number 6, Joel Stern, number 11, Owen Willis pitching, as we just said, Ty Snow, number 30, and Matt Stolper, number 3.
So there comes a screaming one at ground ball toward Matt Stolper, who fields it quite well and gets the easy out.
And once again, the Ross Rams get the first points on the board with
first runs
on the board with that one batted in.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, interestingly enough, I can't see the scoreboard from here to tell you what the lacrosse score is, but
it's 4-3 at the halftime. Indian Hill is leading.
Yeah, that's an intense game down there.
Yes, it is.
Give you updates as that goes on. Sorry, lacrosse guys, if you're watching this on public access. Couldn't get to your game. Sometimes baseball calls, you know. So Owen Willis really having a little bit of trouble with control here, it seems. But if he can calm down and just pitch the way he's been pitching on JV, he should have a good outing here today. Yeah, that's a heck of a pitch, but it's ruled a ball.
Where's the guy with the Charlie's son? He's pitching.
Bat up, Zach.
It's 2-2 right now. And that's a ground ball in the infield. And he's going to lose his glove. Yeah, John Budding just had trouble getting his hand on that, so that's going to be a base hit. It's going to be a base hit for Bischoff. Or no.
No, actually, that was a substitution into the game.
Yeah, it was number 23. Linden. What's his name? That's number 23, Kuykendall, with a base hit.
Up now, sub for the Rams. Scott Popham.
Number 16. He's quite a big boy, comparative to Owen Willis.
Maybe that power will pay off for him. So Owen Willis delivers the strike there, and Ross already has the early lead, as we said, of 1-0. But there are 2 outs already in this first inning.
And this just in, Peter. He ate 70-something chicken nuggets after the first game. So that's a big boy.
You know, you got to wonder if those chicken nuggets won't get to him throughout the rest of this game.
You just have to wonder, but it seems like it's just more mass behind the bat that can power that ball out of here.
Hey, maybe.
And he hit the ball foul there. Indian Hill trying to ward off another run. We have runners in scoring position. Whoa,
So
and
he's gonna lean into that one a little bit, but definitely a hit by pitch.
yeah,
And the bases will be juiced.
kind of like Barry Bonds. But anyway,
Okay, we're not even gonna go into that topic, but
Paul Burnett is now up to bat, number 11 for Ross.
and Owen Willis. And Owen Willis is now gonna lean back, and we're gonna lose that one announcer here for a couple minutes, and he's gonna do our graphics and announce at the same time. So he's gonna multitask. We're a little bit undermanned. We lost someone during the lunch hour, so hopefully the play-by-play will still be as ensuring and as good as it was in the first game. And that's a swing and a miss. So the count is now 1-2. 2-1, actually. So Owen Willis comes right back, but that's a ball. So that's going to be 3-1. That one is just fouled off. So with bases loaded, Indian Hill looks to be in trouble already in this first inning. And he's really battling in there. That's Burnett up for the Rams. And that's going to walk in a run there. So that's a good eye there by Burnett. And the score is now Ross 2, Indian Hill 0 in the top of the first inning with 2 outs. And the pitching coach is going to make a stroll on out there to the pitching mound along with the catcher, Joe Waterman. And they're going to talk this one over.
And Peter, I mean, you just gotta right now, if you're Owen, you just gotta not let it get to you that you batted. You just gotta not let it get to you that you just got a couple runs batted in. I mean, you just gotta step it up and throw hard and get your man out here at the plate.
Yeah, Andrew, that's definitely correct. Except, I mean, Owen didn't really let up any batting, although he does let up a hit there, and this one could mean trouble for the Braves. Could bring in 2. The Biggins rounding, and even though he ate quite a few chicken nuggets, it seems not to hurt him as he knocks over Joe Waterman at the plate. But Waterman gets up unshaken. Definitely a great run there from second base to score on that.
And nobody's doubting Joe's toughness now as he takes that big man right into his knees.
That was a nice slide tackle, if you will. And
yeah, it was.
Soccer, that's a pretty good hit, So the question here today is, it's the story of the brothers. Will Matt Willis enter the game here later on, and will we see another 2 brothers play together? So Owen Willis's first pitch is a strike, and the score is now 4 Ross, 0 Indian Hill. And that ball's going to go past Joe Waterman, but the bounces off the backstop, and there'll be 2 bases stolen on that one. So now both runners are in scoring position for the Rams. So it seems to have gotten a little bit hotter out here, Andrew. Noticed an increase in the temperature. Maybe it's just me baking in the sun, but I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, the sun's reached its full potential, you know, high in the sky, and it's really bearing down on us now.
Yes, it is. So Owen Willis is going to wind back here and come through with the delivery, but there's contact made, and the play is going to be at first base, and it's going to be ruled an out. So at the end of the first half of this inning, the score is Ross 4, Braves 0. So coming into the second half of this first inning, Andrew, you got to wonder who's leading off for the Braves, and can they come back from a deficit like that much in the first inning?
Definitely. I mean, we saw the Ross Rams come back from a big deficit. It was 4-1. So I definitely think that the Braves can also do the same.
Yeah. It looks like Ryan Lockwood, who also replaced Sean Madden, will also replace him in the lineup and will be batting leadoff in this upcoming inning to start the game off. So Ryan's got some good speed. In fact, Ryan is number 14 because of Cincinnati legend and one of Cincinnati's favorite and probably most controversial baseball players, Pete Rose. Ryan really has that hustle mentality when he plays the game of baseball. Sprints down to first base on a walk, so he's a fun kid to watch. Definitely a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm for the game of baseball.
That's right. I mean, he's just an all-around baseball fan, maybe even a fanatic. I mean, his family goes down and sees spring training quite a lot for vacation, you know, when they go down in Florida. So, I mean, it just shows his dedication to the sport, and he's just a real hustling athlete out there, and he really wants to play, and he tries real hard and really earns his spot on the team.
Definitely does. So Ross has a different catcher behind the plate this game, which may be a surprise to some, but it's a long day to have one catcher behind the plate as Indian Hill replaced Tommy Sanders for Joe Waterman, as will Ross replace their catcher. They replace Perry for number 23.
All right, looking for something.
And so we're going to go to Andrew here for the early play-by-play in this inning.
And so we've got a new pitcher up for Ross, obviously, because even though, you know, Wild Man pitched a great game, but that's all he can handle is just one. And now we have Ryan Lockwood, number 14, up for the Braves. And Ryan's batting average is 182. He hasn't had too many at-bats, so that may not be as accurate as some other people who have like 24, 25 at-bats. He's got a lot less, so he's probably a stronger hitter than that. And he fouls one off there.
The Ross pitcher's going to draw back, and here comes with the delivery. Lockwood fouls another one off. Yeah. So Ryan really seeing quite a few pitches here. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he's really battling it now. He fouls another one off, so he's definitely getting his money worth, and he's seeing quite a few pitches here in the first inning and for the first at bat. So everyone on the team is benefiting from his foul tips.
Definitely, that's 4 straight fouls there.
Yeah, that's huge.
I mean,
you're getting a better look at the pitcher, and
definitely.
Ryan's still keeping the chance alive to get a hit.
And when he's making contact with the ball, that just tells you like he's bound to get a base hit or at least get a better piece of the ball. It shows you he's got real good views of the ball and he knows where it's going and stuff. So he just has to get a little more solid contact like that right there.
That was some solid contact. Looks like it's going to drop for a base
yeah.
hit, and it's going to drop in there. Ryan, I'm surprised, didn't round first very hard there. As I said, he usually plays Pete Rose style baseball, and he seemed to slow up. And if Ryan was playing the way I usually see him play, although he plays on rare occasions now.
Peter, I think he just didn't expect for the second Ross player to drop the ball.
I mean, but if you look at the way Rose used to play, he would have taken the base there, and I'm really let down that Ryan didn't. Ryan has pretty good speed, so look for him to try to make this pitcher throw back or try to get the stolen base here. So Lockwood's going to take a big lead there, and the pitcher's just going to go straight to the plate and throw a strike here to the senior captain, Phil Madden.
Dude, you don't have Phil Madden on this. No, you don't. No, you don't. He's number 4.
So Phil Madden pops this one up to center, and that one's caught by the center fielder.
No, you have Sean Madden. There are 2 Maddens, Phil and Sean.
I know.
You only have 1.
I definitely remember having Phil Madden on.
No, you don't.
Then maybe it got deleted.
Okay, yes, because things just delete themselves.
They might.
No, they don't. How can I fix that?
So there might have been a mishap with the graphic. It was, in fact, Phil Madden, not Sean Madden, who was up. If the picture of Sean popped up, they're brothers. Sometimes you confuse the Madman's names. I don't know. But Colin Bonenkemper now approaches the plate for the Braves.
Make the baseball go out.
Lockwood slides, and he's going to be safe. Although he took a huge lead, barely got back there. That was a good move. Good hard move back to first base.
And maybe Colin will have just as big of a game as last game. He had a home run and a couple crushed balls out there. He got a double. I mean, he was hitting pretty solid last game.
He definitely was hitting pretty solid, Andrew. And there comes the pitch. That's going to be high, and that's rolled a ball.
And once again, Colin averages 391 on the season so far, and he's the second highest averaging player on the Braves team.
So there's another strike, and I haven't really seen Lockwood take off like he's going to steal yet, so I don't know if he's getting the signal to go ahead, but you gotta wonder if that one's not coming. Pitcher's going to step off the mound, look back at Ryan, so he'll return to the first base. But now he's getting a decent lead, and
yeah, it's pretty decent. And there he goes. Oh!
Ball bounces.
Go two, go again. Oh.
Well, can't really go again there. It's would have got past center fielder, then definitely, but just got an interesting hop there.
Yeah, it got an interesting.
That was a great throw by the catcher.
Yeah.
But, interesting hop. And
the thing there, like if he had kept going instead of sliding, the center fielder didn't actually get a handle on the ball for a while, so he may have actually been able to get to third, but you can't see that when you're sliding into the bag. So he did what he should have.
Yes, he did. So Bonenkemper has a runner in scoring position now. Hopefully he can capitalize on that because the Braves are down 4-0, and definitely need some hits. After Lockwood's hit, it started this inning off. So Colin Bonenkemper will be walked, and there'll be 2 on with 1 out. So Joe Waterman will step in. Now just a part of the regular lineup because he is the catcher. Waterman will be hitting cleanup today.
And Joe Waterman has a very respectable average, too. He bats .308. And he's a catcher, so, you know, I mean, he's a real contributor to this team. Real solid player.
Yeah, real solid player. I mean, he got some playing time last year as a freshman, and as when Tommy got hurt, really great to have two awesome catchers on this Indian Hills team that can rotate day in and day out, so neither one has to play too much. And Joe's going to get a hit there. Actually, it's a great play by the second baseman to dive and come away with that ground ball and make the good throw to first base. So just a routine play by the Ross infield, which, as we said from the first game, is incredible. So that was Bossy who made the play for the Rams. So John Buddick comes up to the plate for the Indian Hill Braves. And both runners are now in scoring position with 2 outs. Hopefully they don't leave too many stranded. Buddy gets hit by the first pitch, and now the bases are juiced for the big man, Joel Stern. And with one lucky swing, he could tie this game back up, but that's one heck of a swing if he were to tie this one up. So that first pitch is a ball, and Stern seems to be having a good eye here today for the ball, and hopefully comes away with a hit here, Andrew. So that's play's going to go to the plate. And they get the easy out because that ball went straight back up to the pitcher. And so the Braves leave a couple stranded at the end of the inning. And the score is Ross 4, Braves 0.
Yeah, so you got to think like they're pretty disappointed because they had the bases loaded and they just couldn't really capitalize on that opportunity. But, you know, I mean, they just got to keep at it and keep trying, and they'll get some runs in. So they just got to be patient and keep doing what they've been doing.
Yes, they do.
No, because you can't see
So
him.
you gotta wonder what Owen Willis is thinking. I mean, it's tough to have a debut, and he did let up four runs in the first inning. But he's got to not be discouraged. He's got to just forget about the first inning. Like I said, pitchers got to have the worst memories in the world. They got to forget, you know. And he's just got to come at it and give everything he's got and throw hard here.
Definitely.
Stern's probably going to go over and talk a little bit to Owen. No, actually, he's just getting his equipment from Colin. But Owen can definitely pitch.
Yes, he can.
See him throw a little bit in JV, so he's a quality player. He's just got to calm down a little bit, and he's going to be a good pitcher in years to come.
Definitely in years to come.
Another young player on this Braves team.
He's only a sophomore, Peter, so he's got a bright future.
You look, they have 3 sophomores that start typically varsity. You know, you got Joe, you have John, and then you have Sean. Joe, John, and Sean. Interesting. And then now you have Owen, who will also see some playing time as the pitcher. So definitely a lot of potential in the underclass, and holds a promising future here for the Indian Hill Braves. As Coach Gray just informed me, the off-season workouts are extremely vigorous, and they work very hard in the weight room. And if Colin Bonekemper could hit the weights maybe a little harder, he would lead the city in home runs, apparently.
Wow. That's very impressive. And that's something for Colin to think about next year.
Definitely is. It's all about the work ethic and the work in the offseason that you put in. Like it comes out incredibly. I mean, lifting weights, getting in shape. Like I look at Chris Husky, how much better he's throwing this year. He's lost a couple pounds and seems to work pretty hard in the offseason. He's looking great this year. Definitely pitching very well on varsity after that injury he sustained to his knee last year. And as you can see, you don't see too many catchers in high school hustle like that, but
Yeah.
love to see it when a catcher hustles down to back of first base when no one's on, and that shows the promise of Joe Waterman and just the heart and the desire and the love and the passion he has for this game.
Definitely, and it shows this great understanding of how the game's played and when to do things in certain situations and when not to. And
I mean, you look at baseball; it's a thing of position.
Yeah.
I mean, you should move every play. Every player should move somewhere. There's always a spot you can be. There's always a spot you can help out with. And you look at the pros. That's one thing Joe might have picked up from watching professional baseball. The catcher always takes off and backs up first base, because you never know if that ball's going to be overthrown and the catcher might come up with it. And you look at that play in the World Series, or not the World Series, but the last playoff game between the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees that sent them to the World Series, where Derek Jeter made that little flick. He just ended up making a great play and sending the Yankees to the World Series. There was a shot right back at Owen Willis' head, just barely gets out of the way of that one, and those screamers are scary for pitchers. Sometimes result in bad things, but that's okay. It's only going to be a single, and the score is currently 4-0.
Peter, this just in, breaking news. At the lacrosse game that's going on at the same time, Case Kuzno was just hit in the ribs very hard, and he is down for the count. We're going to see an ambulance come in here later. He may have broken ribs, and Indian Hill leads at 8-5 at the current moment, but play is suspended as Case is hurt.
I mean, that's just tough that Case Kuzno has gone down. Great player, great athlete, great addition here to Indian Hill. And that's a shot right there.
Stay in the park, though. It should. Yep, and there he goes. I mean, just like 10, 15 more feet, that would have been out, but
that's a good shot, but
good eye by Phil Madden.
Yep. Phil made a good catch there, and in the top of the second, score is still 4-0, and Owens having a lot better pitching in this second inning than he did in the first. So the runner's going. Joe's going to pop up throw. It looks like he could have him. And he got him.
And he's out. That was good.
That's a heck of a throw. Joe is just so fluid with that motion.
Oh, yeah.
And when you have a young pitcher and for your catcher to make easy outs like that, I mean, or make them look that easy, I should say, it is a huge benefit to the team. So there are no runs scored in the second inning, and hopefully the Braves can turn it around here on offense, as the Rams had started it off really strong in the first inning with 4 runs.
And I think I hear the ambulance coming, Peter.
Yeah, that's so
It's
depressing.
just very depressing, yeah.
I mean, for Case to leave a game is very surprising. I mean, his dad,
He is
as we
just
all
so
know,
tough.
is a hard-nosed football player.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when Case left the football game freshman year, his dad turned to him. His dad was in the stands and yelled down to him, "You, that better be broken." Yeah, they're definitely a tough and hard-nosed family, but wish Case the best, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. And hopefully
definitely.
he comes back to a speedy recovery, as this you'll hear an ambulance pull in here.
Wow, this is an emergency vehicle, not an ambulance. Wow, that's a fire truck.
So
Anyway. I mean, yeah, Case gets his toughness definitely from his father and his brothers, because his dad, like, he played in the NFL, but everybody thought he was too little to do that, but he's just so tough that he was able to stick with it and play, and it's just amazing.
yeah.
And
So
and so
Owen
that's where he
Willis
gets it
up.
from.
Owen Willis up for the Braves, hopefully helping in his own cause here. Apparently he's a pretty good hitter. Won 2 JV games already this year because of his hitting, so hopefully he'll help his own cause here and cut some of those runs off the scoreboard.
And Peter, we'll keep you guys updated on the lacrosse situation as it unfolds once we get more news. So just stay tuned.
The pitcher, actually, I don't know. The pitcher's pitching pretty well for the Rams. Owen has a pretty good eye, if you will. So Big O, as many of his teammates call him on JV, and maybe a couple varsity players might start calling him if he ends up getting a pretty big hit here.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely expect that the pitcher would have a good eye because they throw the pitches, so they should know what they look like on the other end, on the receiving end, instead of the giving end. So,
Well, you look in the pros, it's tough for pitchers to hit because they're so concentrated on pitching the ball. But in high school, your best batters usually are your pitchers.
definitely.
I mean, Chris Husky can pound the ball.
Oh, yeah, he can. And that's popped up to short right field, and just made it out to the outfield, but that's caught. It's a fly out. And Ty Snow up to bat, and he just had that ball that was actually outside of him. That was very weird.
It's an inside pitch, and that's going to get him for a strike.
And there's finally the ambulance, Peter. Just pulled in a little late.
So it's going to pick up the tiny man with the big heart, huh? Case Kuzino.
Peter, and I think just in, the first truck they called was too large to fit in our gate, so they had to call the second smaller truck.
Those gates were designed by an Indian Hill student, and they still fit an ambulance, and I'm thank God for that.
Yeah.
But it seems that play has resumed down there. I guess they carried him off the field.
Yes, it has, and it's 9-5.
And that's good for Indian Hill. Hopefully they'll pull this one out and for Case Kuzno, their fallen teammate.
And so we got a full count here.
Yeah, lacrosse player. They call timeout for the game. Indian Hill. Dublin Sciota. It's a team from Columbus.
And up to bat now is Matt Stolper with an average of .333 on the season.
We just get some updates though. So, Wankmaster Shizzlemaw as nickname from JV. Real weird, but it's on ghetto.com, ghettoname.com. That was his nickname during JV baseball, and I'm going to continue it here as long as I announce for Matt Stolper, or the Stolpler, if you will. But hopefully Wankmaster Shizzlemaw will come away with a hit here. Don't ask me to explain how that name came about, but it just did. fouls that one off, and that one's into the woods. We got the Wank Master Shizamov right now. Like I said, Matt Stolper, the Stolpler.
The Stolpernator, if you will.
I don't know about that one, but a fast
Fine,
batter.
don't.
Fast batter here, so if he gets on, it's gonna put probably a runner into scoring position from first base. If Ryan Lockwood can get a double at least. So, White Master's going to slow down the pitcher by calling timeout. Feeling the curveball or maybe an off-speed pitch coming his way. And now he settles back into the box. Stolper makes contact yet again, and it goes into the woods about 5 feet to the left of where it went in before.
It was 4.5, Peter.
I don't know why we disagree about inches. But then again, life is a game of inches, my friends. Calls are made by inches. That's my story on inches.
It's a good incomplete story, Peter.
Sorry. If I had more time, maybe. So that's going to be ruled a strike as Stolper tries to hold back and not go for it. So at the end of 2, the score is Ross 4, Braves 0.
And so this just in, ladies and gentlemen, Case Kuzno is going to be taken away to the hospital by the paramedics. He is being taken up, not in this truck, but the next one that's going to come out, as if you'll see. I mean, his father's probably real reluctant to let him go just because he's just so tough and just pushes his boys to be so tough also. But back to the baseball game, ladies and gentlemen, where Owen Willis is pitching a game. He's doing real well. It's a ball. And Ross is trying to extend their lead. It's 4-0 once again. And that's another ball. So Onan is behind in the count real quick on this batter. And then we got a hit to shortstop, and he's out. Matt Stolper with the catch. And so Owen gets out of a little bit of trouble there when he got behind in the count. So 1 out. And as this batter gets ready, I'll just update you on the score of the lacrosse game. Once again, it is 10-7 Indian Hill over Scioto right now. And here's a pitch, and there's a strike.
You do have a blank box right there. What are you doing? You have a blank box on the screen.
And so that's going to be the second out of the inning. And now we got a previously scoring batter here. He got batted in and took out Joe Waterman's legs as he slid into home for the score. But he quickly gets a strike on him. So strike one. Seems there's an earthquake happening right now. An earthquake we're going to name Peter Carr, who seems to be trying to overturn our van. And it's ball and strike.
Yeah. You can come in here and announce if you want.
And there's a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught to end the inning. And Owen Willis doing an excellent job pitching at the varsity level.
So, you want a peppermint cream?
And so the Braves are going to come up to the bat once again. And Ross is going to take their time warming up, so we'll be back to you after these messages from IH Sportswear.
Oh, no, you.
Hello, this is Peter Carr from IH Sportswear. We have a fabulous line of sportswear at the, sportswear store in the school. First off, offering a sweatshirt with featured Indian Hill Braves on it. This word is the Indian Hill Braves. It says Indian Hill Braves right on it, and on the back it says nothing.
Okay,
And,
anyways,
it's
moving
red. And so that can be all yours for the price of $19.95.
on. Incredible.
Back to the game.
Incredible. Hopefully that'll be edited out. But anyways, I don't know if you gave an update on Case Kuzno. Apparently he has a bloody nose as he was sitting on the sideline getting checked out by the EMTs. As I was informed by a reliable source, he seemed to be kind of shaken up.
Concussion.
Yeah, at least. Hopefully not too hurt, though.
He's a tough guy. He'll get through it.
So Lockwood will come up to the plate here yet again in the top of the third. So they've already batted through the order once. Lockwood with a hit last time he was up, and wonder what he could do now. So Lock Diesel now up. Let's see if the diesel power really is behind this little man with the big heart.
Oh, it is. So quickly the pitcher is behind in the count
Camera 2, get off of our van.
with 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike.
Yes, it was. It was a nice pitch there.
Random person sitting next to it. Right. On the game.
And the delivery, it's going to be a ball.
3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitcher's in a bit of trouble here. Ryan Lockwood definitely is going to be getting a hittable pitch here. And so he's going to look to capitalize off of that. But Yush's good eye to make sure that he doesn't swing at a ball. And that's fouled up, and that's not going to be able to be caught. It's out of play behind the Ross Rams dugout. Full count here. 3 balls, 3 strikes.
So Ryan Lockwood, we saw him protect in the first inning and battle his way to a hit. So let's see if he can't do it here again. And looks like a chopper hit hard at the shortstop, but he's going to get the out there. Although Lockwood almost beat that one out with his amazing speed. And looks like the Ross catcher's taking some notes from Joe Waterman as he runs down to back up first base. So Phil Bannon now up for the Braves. So kind of confusing why 16 didn't choose to step on the bag. Instead, he chose to hit the player. Probably a football player, if I had to guess.
Definitely.
Likes the contact, you know.
See, if I was Phil Madden in that situation, I would plow into him with all the fury in the world to try to knock that ball loose. See if I can't take out that 6'4", 280-pound man over there.
Yeah, for little meager Phil, that might be a difficult feat to achieve.
I don't know,
there,
it's
Andrew.
pretty tough. On the basketball floor, he got tackled by like 4 guys, and he was fine. So, I think he can do it.
Colin's that one's gonna hang up there, and Colin's gonna foul it off. Colin had a great first game when he was batting, and let's see if he can't repeat that in this second game. That sounds like it could be dropping for a base hit, and it's going to. Colin's going to round the bag and come up with a single.
Definitely. And up next to bat is Joe Waterman, number 10.
What are you doing? You want to come announce some baseball? You want to come announce some baseball?
And Peter's soliciting announcers for baseball right now.
What?
Maybe he's calling Pat Gahn or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. Come up here. Where are you? Come back. Come back.
And Joe's going to foul one off.
Announce, dude. It'll be sweet. All right, bye. I'm sitting down behind home plate. Bye. So, yes, Andrew, I am soliciting another announcer, you know. With all the dead time there seems to be in this game, always looking for another commentator to add another perspective on the game of baseball. Pat Gahn could not attend, had to cut his own front lawn. Something we all have to do from time to time.
Time to time, I'm going to do that after the game.
So,
saving the environment by doing it in the evening.
Yeah, I like your consideration. I'm sure Mr. Myers would appreciate that as well.
Yes, he would.
So the man with the spinners, if you will, is coming back, and he said he would announce a little bit. That's Zach Minturn. For those of you who do not know what I'm referring to, it is his large 20-inch rims that are on his car that tend to spin when he stops. And here comes the pitch. That's going to be a ball just outside. A real close call. You know, we have a new set of officials for this game, Andrew, so it wasn't too bad. They didn't have to do 2 games.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. They might have just switched spots, or did they? I think, no, you're right. They're new. They're new.
Yep. They do look new. I mean, And so Joe Wardman comes up with a pretty big hit. Looks like it's going over the left fielder's shoulder, but he gets underneath of it and comes up with the catch. So at the end of 3, the score is Rams 4, and that's the lead they've held since the first inning. So they've been playing pretty well, although they haven't generated too much offense since that first inning.
That's right.
So hopefully Owen can continue to pitch as well as he has, and his team will come behind him and get some hits. So the nice thing here is you have your first catcher come in and catch a couple
we
pitches.
got one of our announcers who has to go pee, and I think our other announcer needs to come up to the van and announce up here. So, fill some time.
So yeah, apparently I might be going to the van, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite sure. As Joe Wardman steps in behind the plate, I think we're gaining an announcer down here, which will be Zach Minturn, who's supposed to be pulling back in to the parking lot. And I'm going to go up to the van for a little bit, do some graphics work as we sort all this out. Thanks. So I guess I'm live now, and Owen Willis comes with another pitch. That's 1-1. So the Braves are warming up their stud pitcher, as I can see down here. Number 41, Chris Pedersen. Owen has thrown pretty well after the first inning. It was a little rocky, but since then he's been throwing pretty well. Although he's tending to throw a lot of pitches, seems to get the full count quite a bit here. So more strikes would be nice, but you got to do what you got to do in order to get strikeouts and to get out. So actually now it's a full count. Who's ever doing the scoreboard jumped the gun there. So the count is 3-2, and Owen's going to walk him. So Owen has lost a little velocity on his fastball, as well as a little bit of control. So Joe Wardman just looks for the easy out at first base. And I'm not quite sure what happened here. The batter's going to come back because it's going to be ruled a foul ball.
You need to be on your camera. You do not need to leave your camera. So, you can move your camera around when people move. Do not put it in a place and then stop moving.
So the count is now 1-1.
Freaking like threw chocolate on the mixer, dude.
And Owen is definitely having a little bit of trouble with his ball now, but he's young. And that one, he does throw a strike over the plate there, and it's going to be fouled off. So now it's 2-2. Owen still has advantage here as a pitcher. Interesting to see what he throws here.
Off the shoot. Get out.
And that's going to be bobbing a little bit. First base is already occupied. For those of you who do not know that rule, Joe Waterman does not have to throw it down to first base because it was already occupied. Therefore, dropping the third strike does not apply.
Click on first base there.
So there is now 1 out.
That's third.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I've ever done graphics and announced at the same time. It's quite difficult. I don't know how Spence directs and does graphics. He's multitasking. Incredible ability there. So back to the game.
Basically. So, make sure you watch those jerky movements and stuff. Yeah. And don't look back and forth across the field. It's really bad.
So Joe looking to throw back to first. In fact, the player from Ross on first base, daring him, if you will. Really daring him to throw down there. He's taking quite a big lead. And Owen's not looking back at him, so I don't know. Interesting. So Owen's going to walk this batter. And
Don't look across the field so fast.
there'll be 2 on with 1 out after that walk. And Tommy is not in full gear yet, so Pedersen is not ready to go in. In fact, I don't think he'll go in until after this inning. Just trying to loosen his arm up a little bit. That's a tough play, and John Buddick knocks that one down, but it's going to come in for a single through the infield. And now the bases are loaded yet again in this game, and the real question is, can Owen Willis, the big O, get out of this jam like he has so far in this game? So number 7 hits a shot to the outfield, but Ty Snow's going to come down with it. They're going to tag up. Owen Willis is going to end up making the cut there. So there's a man on first and third after they scored on that one. That's going to make the score Ross 5, Indian Hill 0. The scoreboard for Indian Hill has not yet changed. Maybe they're in denial about that run that just came in. I'm not quite sure, as that one's fouled off and goes into the parking lot. But we have the score correct here at IH10. The score is 5-0. So there is Owen's second strike, and will he get a K? That's a ball just outside. It's a pop-up. Seems like it's headed for a car, maybe. Oh, nails the car of Nancy Keating puts a little bit of a dent in the hood, it seems like, but that's unfortunate.
It's actually right next to our van.
Pretty close to the van. So the Ross player is going to hang in there. As one of our announcers goes to inspect Nancy Keating's car, she's going to be quite unhappy about the dent now in her.
Actually, I think that was where. That's where I thought.
So here's a little chopper, and Joel Stern loses the ball, so that's an error, and it's going to score a run for Ross.
This just in.
So the score is 6-0. This just in, the Indian Hill game is quite close, as the score is now 10-9. Indian Hill still up by 1, but less than a minute to go in this game. And we'll give you the final update on that score as soon as that comes in. So Owen Willis now with runners on the corners. And that's a hit. It's going to drop foul. You got to wonder why Ross is hesitant to steal here, because in that situation, if Joe were to throw to second, there still is only one out, and it would be an advantage for them because they would at least get a run in before the second out was ever thrown. So there you go. There's the steal. He's going to go for that at second. Incredible that the runner from third didn't even attempt to run home. I don't really understand that coaching move, but the lead is 6-0, so maybe that has something to do with it. So apparently the lacrosse game is quite close, as the score is 10-10. And we'll give you an update as soon as we find out what the final score is on that game. So that would have been an interesting game to broadcast, but Indian Hill baseball is the thing to do on Saturday. Doubleheader, people come and grill out, although this is a big lacrosse game, so a lot of the fans have left after the first game and gone to lacrosse. So Owen is going to walk the bases loaded.
There's the coach going out.
And the bases are loaded yet again. It's Coach Billy Gray now, instead of the pitching coach, is going to come out to the mound and have a little talk with Owen Willis. So it seems Owen will stay in at least for a little bit here. I saw Chris Pedersen warming up before. Don't know if he's going to come in too soon, but hopefully Owen can get the Braves out of this inning. Well, his first pitch is good. It's a strike. That one's going to go past Joe, but the runner on third is not going to attempt to come home. That one's just fouled off there. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a shot out to center field. It looks like it's going to be short of going over the wall. And Phil Madden comes down with the catch, and that's going to end this inning as the Braves let up 2 runs, and perhaps Owen Willis's debut is done. I did see Chris Pedersen warming up, and he might be coming in within the next inning. The thing now is the Braves definitely need to get some hits if they want to try to stay in this game.
Definitely. So the Braves are just hoping that the Rams pitcher starts to lose his game a bit as the wear and tear goes on.
Hey, Mom. Can the key go within the radio? Yeah, of course we can work. I'll go like this. Give him to her. Go.
So a tough outing for the sophomore, Owen Willis. But hopefully his team can come behind him now and come through with a couple hits, Andrew.
Definitely, that's just what they need. They need, like, really, it's out of the pitcher's control right now. He's done his job. I mean, you got to expect that after pitching so long and with the lineup that Ross has, that they're going to get some runs in. It's just up to the Braves offense to get some runs of their own and try to keep the tribe alive.
Yeah, definitely.
And John Budding is going to lead off for the Braves.
Start things off here, kid. What you say here?
So John Budding, one of the better hitters on the team with a 375 average. Haven't quite calculated it after the first game, so that's what it was coming into today. He had a 375 average, so he's a heck of a hitter.
Come on, Kelly, say it. Knock fast. Kick.
And quickly the pitcher is behind in the count. 3 balls, 0 strikes.
You know, Andrew, the thing is, the scoreboard says it's the 4th inning, but for some reason I have to believe that it's the 5th, because usually in a doubleheader you switch who's the home team. Indian Hill was the home team in the first game. That makes me wonder, is Indian Hill the home team yet again? I mean,
I don't know.
That rarely happens, but if it were to be the 4th, it would have to be the bottom of the 4th, because Ross just got done batting.
That's true.
I think their scoreboard operator might not be up to par.
Come on, 1-1, drive it, 1-1.
No, thank you.
So they're going to throw back to first base, but John Budding slides under that one.
What do you say? Come on, 1-1, drive it now right here, 1-1. Get on him, let's go. Yeah, I see, that's the thing. Good eye. Come on, 1-1. Let's go, Sticks. I got to go in on that.
So the catcher's going to look down to John Budding as the second ball is recorded. For the Rams.
Come on, drive it, 1-1. There you go.
So there's the first strike on Joel Stern for this at bat. And that one's going to count for another strike. So the count is 2-2. And Indian Hill really needs to start something here.
Come on, kid. Go 1-1. Good, be here. Good, be. Keep on.
Yeah, but you have to use your hands.
Let's go, 6. Come on, Joel.
So it's now a full count. And
And
Joel
he walks
Stern's
him.
going to be walked there, Andrew. And now there's a man on first and second.
And they're going to come out and talk to the pitcher.
It is really weird. He can roll it both ways. Down.
I mean, it seems that pitcher is throwing fine for me. That's, I think, one of his first walks of the game. So interesting that the coach is already out to the mound. They have a substantial lead of 6-0. An update on guys lacrosse. I assume they went into overtime sudden death, and it appears that Dublin Sciota has won the game as their bench erupted along with their fans, and they rushed the field. So as it looks now from here, from the van, this score was 11-10 Dublin. So that's unfortunate for Indian Hill.
Very unfortunate.
Come on, 9. Let's go, base out here, 9. Come on, win it. Time.
So smart play there by the batter.
Come on, 9. Drive it, 9. Drive it. Come on, now. Good. Go, Reno.
So Andrew, what do you think about this baseball game so far?
I mean, I think, the Braves offense just hasn't been able to capitalize on some of the opportunities that they've been given, they've got good opportunity right here to drive in some runs and get some points on the board, so that'd be great if they could do that.
So Stephen Buddick there is going to foul that one off, and it's going to fall just short of the fans as our very own camera operator, Matthew Schwartz, will come up with it and leans back, and not quite the best throw into Coach Billy Gray.
You go, 9. Come on, kid.
So as members of the track team have returned here to Indian Hill, maybe we'll get an update on the track meet today. I just don't know. So that's the first out of the inning after that strikeout. So Ty Snow now up for the Braves.
Yeah.
Ty is going to be ruled safe.
Yeah, he was
So,
definitely there.
He advances the other runners.
And we got loaded bases.
Yeah, so there still is hope here for the Braves.
Let's go, 3. Come on. Get big, 3. Get big. Good time.
Now up Wank Shizama, or Matt Stoper, if you will.
Come on, 3. Let's go, Stoper. Get big here, 3. Get big.
Bases loaded, 1 out. And the catcher seems to have an equipment malfunction, is going to go to the coach on the bench and pick up a new mask, Andrew.
Yeah, that's right. He's picking up his teammate's mask because his is not working correctly.
Here you go, 3.
So although Stolper's seen limited playing time so far this season, has quite a high average, batting .333 coming into today. And let's see if he can't keep that high average here.
Here you go, 3. There, jump on it. Let's go, 3. Get your pick. Get your pick and hammer it.
So as the Mass fans pour out of the lacrosse game, you gotta wonder if some of them aren't gonna come over here and sit down on the hill and bask in the sun a little longer and
hopefully
watch
they would. Hopefully they will.
Indian Hill Braves boys, as the bases are loaded here, and maybe they can turn something around. I mean, I'm not saying much, but can Stolper hit a home run?
Oh, I think he can.
I hope he does, for Indian Hill's sake at least. So let's see what the Wank Master can do now. It's a pretty good eye there as he lets 2 balls go by him.
Come on, jump on it, 3. He's got to come through. Let's go. Got to come through. Smart hit, 3. Be a good hitter here. Here we go, 3. Hey, where's Dad? You said 3. Come on, stop what you say here, kid. Be smart hit.
So Stolper drives a shot into right. It's going to fall. And 1 run comes in for the Braves. And 2 runs almost comes in. The catcher's going to throw to second. And Ty Snow is going to slide in. Ty got quite aggressive there.
He did. Stolper was thinking about going, but he looks down at the third base and sees that, they didn't go in. So that's why he put on the brakes. And I think Ty Snow just realized that they weren't going to go, so he had to sprint back real quick, and luckily he was able to get back. And Lockwood's had he's gotten on base twice, so let's see if he can't get a base hit here and drive another run in.
Lockwood is a good leadoff hitter here for
Very
the Braves.
good leadoff.
And hopefully he can continue this success here.
Go. Come on, 14. Here we go, 14.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. That's a great hit by.
Great hit.
It's going to bring in 1 run. It's going to bring in 2. And it's looking hot for the Braves right now. So
Yeah,
all
is.
the Indian Hill fans that decided to pull out of the parking lot made quite a mistake.
Yeah.
Nancy Keating may be surprised at the dent in her hood because he got hit by a baseball.
Oh, that's horrible. That's Nancy's car. Oh, man, that's just too bad.
So as Nancy returns to her car, I assume she's leaving, not staying to watch the baseball game. Kind of depressed about that one a little bit. But the score is now Braves 3.
Ross 4.
Ross 6, actually.
Ross 6, sorry.
Yeah.
6, yeah.
So that...
Eddie.
Why didn't you call me?
22. 22.
JD. Hey, Brent, who you're up? Edward. Brent. John.
That was a dynamic trio.
So Braves, or who's the pitcher that just came in, Andrew? Can you ask some fans, perhaps, or look around and determine who the new pitcher is in for
This is
the Ross Rams?
This is Bobby Huffman, number 20,
And
in for pitching. So we'll
his,
see how he fares.
yeah, that's going to be an interesting move. I think it's around the 4th inning.
Yeah.
So we're having quite a good time up here in the van, if you will, Andrew, as you can hear the laughter erupt behind me.
It certainly did erupt.
It's interesting how many
What was
fans
it about?
Interesting how many fans are pulling out of the parking lot here. Kind of depressing, really. I mean, you look at this baseball game, they definitely have a shot, and some people are sticking around, but a lot of fans are leaving. Maybe they are just too emotionally drained after watching that close of a lacrosse game.
I think that's probably right. They're probably just too upset about the 1-point loss to Dublin Scioto, because we had control of the game for pretty much the entire time until the end. It's much like what happened to girls lacrosse last night, except the exact opposite. You know, girls lacrosse, we weren't leading until the last 17 seconds when we took the lead and won. And boys lacrosse, we were leading the entire time until the last sudden death overtime when we lost. So
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Is it sudden death? Is it sudden death? Because I saw average.
So 2 strikes and 2 balls.
Yeah.
And this could be the determining pitch here. And he got him.
So that's
And
2 outs now.
Guess who's up at bat? This is Colin Bonakemper. He's hit a home run in the game previous to this. We'll see if he can't hit one here to tie up the ball game. That would be very fortunate for Braves fans.
So, yeah, that is correct. Colin Bonakemper is up. And it's going to be 1-1, Andrew.
Yeah, it is. And Colin goes digging for that and comes up empty.
Colin's definitely looking for something to keep this inning alive, or maybe just a shot to put over the fence with all the fans that he sees. You know, Colin.
Yeah.
Colin plays to impress.
He does.
Good throw, Bob!
And he's out.
That's a good pitch there. He throws another low one, and Colin is going to go after it. And the Braves leave 2 stranded.
Yep. But they did their damage, scoring 3 runs.
The Braves are now down by 3 on top of the 5th.
Yep.
Big family pack. All right. How about for my big family, the X family?
Go ahead.
Why don't you? Why do you have more than 3 strikes? There's never even going to be 3 strikes, dude.
You can have 4 if there like a bunch of people who get out.
Just about right.
Bagger said he'd announce. Go talk to him. Good. It is. That's why I can't do it. He said he would announce if you talked to him. So after the first pitch there by the big 4-1, the stud Chris Pedersen, he throws another strike that blows right by him. So there's 2 strikes, no balls. So that's a pretty good way to start an inning, Andrew. Or Andrew still moping around, not quite down to the place, but there's an out already in this inning. As Chris Pedersen comes in, 3 pitches and a strikeout. That's a heck of a way to do it.
Very impressive.
Wait, throw strikes, Chris.
My Paul Bear Prince here.
So Chris Pedersen delivers yet again. A pretty good pitcher, has 2 strikes. 2 strikes, and there's his first ball of the day and of the outing. So that one's going to be just a little bit inside, and it's going to be another ball.
How's his speed? Sir. How's his speed? His speed.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know who Andrew's trying to talk to down there, but definitely can hear him. So maybe he's trying to get an interview, not quite sure. But
74 to 76.
that's
Peter, I was just asking this gentleman over here how fast Chris Pedersen was pitching, and he's getting in the 74 to 76-ish range right about now, throwing strikes. So he's real effective at this point.
although he did just walk his first person of the game.
That's all right, though. I mean, everybody makes mistakes.
Why do I do that? I don't know.
It'll take us a second space, that's why.
And that's very interesting how the batter is showing bunt there for a second. It actually foul tipped the ball, but now he's swinging away.
Come on, Matt. Send it here, Matt. There you go.
And there's a hit into center field. That's going to be a base hit.
Whose turn?
And we have a bunt. It's over to Chris Pedersen. And off of an error because he couldn't pick it up, he's loaded the bases.
Hang it up, boss man. Get it out of here. Get you one.
And number 5, Bossy, is up to bat for the Ross Rams.
We're good.
And here with us now is Alex Becker, the football phenom. You know?
I don't know about that, Andrew, but all right.
So what do you think about baseball, Becker? What's your take on the game?
Well, I used to be a participant in baseball back when I lived in Oregon, but as soon as I came here, I started playing lacrosse, and after that, I just quit string sports altogether. But still think it's a great game. It's still America's pastime, and it's a great, fun sport to watch, I think.
I think so,
Andrew,
too.
can you believe that right there?
Yeah.
You got freaking a stolen
Fortunately, the
base,
Braves look like they're on the wrong end of this
Yeah.
one.
right there by the pass ball.
Yeah, I know.
Very surprising, Andrew.
Just got back from we
It
just
is very
came back
surprising.
from the lacrosse game. Unfortunately, the Braves couldn't pull it out. Lost by 1 in overtime to Dublin Scioto Irish.
Yeah.
One heck of a game, though.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, it was interesting how he stole home. I mean, it's just luck of the draw. If Joe's probably obviously upset with himself because he couldn't hold on to the ball, but I mean, if that would have been like a strike pitch or something a little easier to handle, like that run wouldn't have happened. So it's very
And
interesting.
usually you do that when it's a left-handed pitcher. Kind of might have caught him by surprise. You usually do it to a left-handed pitcher because the pitcher won't be able to see the runner at third. Oh,
Yeah.
So another run comes in, Andrew, and the score is now
Yeah.
8-3, only one out.
On top of that other run, the runner advances to second because of a miscommunication and where the ball was should have been thrown.
Yeah, that is really tough for the Braves.
Yeah.
real unfortunate. Got to get your heads in the game. Oh, high pitch.
You definitely got to throw some chin music sometimes. Apparently, the lacrosse bus feels the need to honk at us.
I feel a need to throw eggs at their bus, but I'm not going to do that. Jerks.
So the count is now 1-1.
All I have to say is karma always catches up with you.
So interestingly enough, Chris Pedersen
Just
still,
a bit outside.
still throwing from the full windup here.
How can he keep on laying off such close pitches?
That's a great question, Alex. I never really know how you can lay off pitches like that.
Pitch comes in for a ball. Oh, strike. Chris Pedersen's kind of had a long outing today. He's just trying to get through this one.
Yeah.
Try to salvage whatever might be left.
Chris Pedersen actually just came into the game.
And line drive. Oh, caught.
That's a heck of a play there by Colin Bonenkemper, who gets the second
Great,
out
what a
of
catch.
this inning.
It was a heads-up play by the runner, actually, because he had no way of knowing that that ball was caught. He just kind of instinctively stopped and looked back, and Colin happened to pick it up, and he just kind of went back to the base. He was only a couple steps off, so otherwise Colin would have picked. After he caught that, just stepped on the bag, and that runner would have been out, and the inning would have been over. So it's real lucky. And look who's up. They're gonna walk him because he's homered. I can't remember how many times because he's hit the ball so far. So I mean, this is the all-star catcher from Ross and the all-star hitter from Ross, who's college prospect at South Carolina and ranked top 5 in the U.S. for catchers. So you can understand why they're walking him. It's Big Harry.
I'm sure he's kind of used to this after a couple games.
Yeah.
Jogs down to first.
In the first game they played here, Becker, he had a 3-run homer.
Jeez.
And he crossed the plate twice in that game. You know, so
Amazing what some of these kids can do.
yeah.
And it's a high fly ball.
And it's foul. Why did he touch it? I mean, that's a good attempt at catching, but I mean, you don't want to sacrifice your body for a foul ball like that, because if you get injured, I mean, goodness.
Go with it here, boy. Let's go, guy. No, kid. Come on, kid. Go for it. Come in, kid.
I'm starting to get annoyed by the Ross Rams cheering. Don't know exactly what there is to cheer about. They are up, but
It's just kind of their tactic. I mean, they've been doing that all game and all the first game. So, I mean, it's just kind of like a team bonding thing. They just kind of do it.
I guess so, or to mess up the pitcher. And it goes low for a ball. Pedersen has to be running out of gas right now. They fouled off or hit every single pitch that he's thrown. Throwing a lot of pitches, you just wear down.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the Indian Hill struggled a little bit is with their relief pitching here. I mean, Owen pitched a great first half of the game. I mean, he let up a little bit of runs, but I mean, for a sophomore debuting, I mean that's very good for him for the show he put on. I mean, that's very good for a sophomore who has his first varsity debut here today.
Come on, Zach. Put it out there again.
Right, Peter? Right.
Seems like they're making a switch here.
Thanks. Bases are still loaded, 2 outs. I mean.
Got to bring in the big boy here. Wow.
Yeah. This is where Pedersen needs just 3 strikes and close out the inning right here.
Hopefully. When you're going up with a big batter, you can't be intimidated. These guys get up here, you're thinking, whoa, geez, they're huge. This guy's going to hit it right out of the park. But just gotta stay calm. Do what you do. Throw strikes.
Definitely. And that's what they need to do. They need to just get him out right away, and Chris Pedersen delivered. Although that's probably not the way he would have liked to do it. But anyway,
well, it's good to salvage wherever you have there.
Yeah.
Mike Schoenberg sitting over there in the batting circle.
Yep.
Great superstar quarterback for the Indian Hill Braves, as well as a basketball player and baseball player.
He's the only Indian Hill player that plays all 3 sports, all 3 seasons. There's no other player that does that on this baseball team, so it's pretty cool.
But it's been pretty tough this year. In the preseason article that I wrote, I really thought they had a chance to win all 3 in the CHL, but in order to do that, the Braves would almost have to go undefeated in all CHL matches for the rest of the year, and other teams would just have to lose.
Yeah, that's right, Peter. So I don't know if we're going to win CHL in baseball, but hopefully we can place in the top, 1-2 spots maybe. We're just going to have to really try real hard, dig deep, and get her done.
Yeah, as the Ross shirt said, get her done. Simple phrase.
They're certainly getting it done right here, fellas, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Ross played very well in the first game as they came back from a deficit and ended up winning the game. And they're, in fact, just dominating this game. It's the bottom of the 5th, and the score is now 9-3.
Joe Orman up to the plate and hit for the Braves.
Waterman, who's batted quite a bit today. Hopefully can start something off here for the Braves. It's going to be a ball inside.
Joe, a great ball player. Had an opportunity to play on my uncle's team over the summer. Uncle said he was just a great ball player, great catcher for him, and said it was just one heck of an honor to play with Joe.
Yeah, definitely is a heck of a catcher. And it's excellent, as I said before, that we have two superb catchers on this Indian Hill team that can catch day in and day out, especially on a day when you have a doubleheader. To have two great catchers that can play for you is just a treat to have.
That's right. Braves also have the advantage of having Tommy Zanders, another great catcher, in their lineup. But Joe ain't bad himself. Ball inside.
That's way inside, trying to back Joe off the plate a little bit. Joe's a tough kid, as we saw before. He got taken down in the first inning by number 16, the first baseman, who was quite a big kid out there. And Joe did not back down to him, although he was taken down.
Pitch winds up. Thrown in, and he's hit.
That's a way to take one right on top of the helmet. You don't see him take him too much in the head, but Joe's a...
He sure used his head on that one now, didn't he, Pete?
Yeah, you could say that again, Becker. So John Buddick will come into the game, and he's going to bat a little bit. Yet again, gets another appearance at the plate. He's going to lay one down, try to...
Go.
It's not going to fall for a hit, but it is going to extend the runner and put a runner into scoring position as Rams rack up their first out of this inning.
Great job just advancing the runner right there. Giving him a chance to score.
So that's a check swing there, but still makes contact with the ball. And the first baseman is going to flag that one down and step on the bag himself. And that's going to rack up the second out, but it's going to extend Joe Waterman to third base. And with Chris Pedersen, the pitcher, coming up now, hopefully he can help his own cause.
Chris can make up here for some of the runs he let in last half inning ago.
That's a pop-up. And the first baseman calls it, and he comes away with the catch. So the first baseman making quite a few good plays in this inning, coming away with the last two outs there. And Ross leads it currently 9-3 in the top of the sixth inning.
Braves take the field again for this inning. Looking to not let any more runs in. It's definitely a great day for baseball. This sun in the sky, great. You can smell the grass in the air. Just great day. Fun sports-filled afternoon here for Indian Hill High School. Indian Hill, as you know here, having a doubleheader with the Braves baseball team. Indian Hill lacrosse just finished up their game. Lost a very close one to Dublin Scioto by 1 in overtime. But we congratulate the Braves. They're having a great season. Also today, the Braves track team had a track meet earlier today, and Will Nolte finished second in the shot put. We congratulate Will Nolte and the rest of the Braves track team, and for all Indian Hill sporting events that happened this evening. Chris Pedersen warming up for his next inning of work. Seems to be throwing good, throwing steadily in the mid to 70s, mid to lower 70s here. Just can't seem to get the ball over the plate. Needs to calm down a little.
From the first game. So it's not just that guy. I was using it when I was up there. You like interrupt and just stop that. So Joe Waterman's arm still looks pretty hot. Hopefully he'll get to exploit that here in this inning. Temperature has definitely rose here at Indian Hill. It's been a long day for baseball.
As we can tell, Peter, you're kind of breathing a little hard there.
Yeah.
You all right there, buddy?
Just a little bit, you know. It's a hot day out here. You know, it's been a long day. Woke up at 9:30, went to track meet, left out a little bit early, and came here and been out in the sun all day long.
Peter, don't lie.
We just
your arteries are
congratulated
clogged.
Will Nolte on his second place finish in the shot put.
Actually, I think you may be mistaken there. It's probably second place in the discus. Will definitely dominates the disc.
Oh, well.
The shot is more my forte, if you will, but
Okay.
Will actually beat me by an inch today, and I was pretty upset about that. In fact, I believe I may owe him lunch, although we never shook on it, so.
No. Excuse me, folks, for the mishap. Number 16, Popham, up for the Rams as he's swinging a miss. Strikeout.
That's a strikeout, and they're going to throw it around the horn. So that's the first out of this sixth inning for the Braves.
Joe Warman pretty happy about that one, congratulating his teammates.
So the Braves did have that surge earlier in the game and racked up 3 runs. You got to wonder if they can't do it again here this inning, and then maybe the next inning, and prevent Ross from scoring. Therefore, they would end up with a tie.
Number 11, Burnett, up for the Ross Rams. Seems to be a pretty patient hitter, making Pedersen throw to him.
So that's a ball outside, and Patterson's going to come here with a strike, hopefully. Paul Burnett probably going to let this one go by. Usually a unwritten rule in baseball is you let the 3-0 count. You let the next pitch just go by, even if it's a strike right down the pike. Unless you're losing, you shouldn't be swinging at that pitch. So he's going to test Pedersen, and Pedersen cannot deliver, so Burnett is walked.
With Burnett on base, number 1, Smith, up for the Ross Rams. Pitch back to the first base, trying to get Burnett back over there.
If Burnett does try to steal, we already saw Joe Waterman, his ability to throw people out. So when he helped Owen Willis out of a jam and threw somebody out, he's gonna go. The ball's behind him, and Joe, maybe if he would have picked that ball up a half second quicker off the ground, he definitely would have still had a shot. Joe has a cannon of an arm, so there's pretty much always a shot of him throwing somebody out, even if the ball goes past him. With this short fence here, the backstop's not too far away.
Count is 2-1 on Smith. 2-2 on Smith. Pardon.
So quite a significant lead out there for Burnett. Especially he really gets off the bag there with his secondary lead. But Pedersen comes up big and has a strikeout. So there are 2 outs in this 6th inning, and the Braves are looking for another one and hope to leave the Ross Rams Burnett stranded at second base.
Lurman up for the plate for the Ross Rams. Take a ball in there.
Yeah,
for a
Lurman,
called
and
strike.
as I was informed in the first game, he likes to be called Louie, as the gentleman behind us we're calling him. They have quite a few nicknames for the players on their baseball team.
It's always nice having nicknames for people.
Yeah,
Bringing the team bonding.
definitely is. They had wild thing on the mound first game, and the craziest thing about him, as we saw, is as the game went on, he pitched faster. They had a speed gun on him, and he started off throwing about 79, and by the end of the game, he was throwing 83 in the 7th inning. So it's pretty impressive there.
That just shows longevity right there. 3. Oh,
So they're gonna look to hold the runner, even though it wasn't needed. Should have gone straight to first base there. I mean, maybe Indian Hill was looking for the easy out there at second, but ends up getting out at first base anyways. So the Braves let up no runs, and the Ross Rams leave a runner stranded at the end of that inning. So in the bottom of the 6th, the score is Rams 9, Indian Hill 3.
Braves need to pick it up here in this inning. Try to score some runs. Try to make sure that they're not totally out of it. Colin Bonenkemper certainly thinks so.
Huffman, who's been pitching for quite a while now, after that 3-run inning that started off pretty hot for the Braves, and then Huffman came in and pitched fairly well. He'll still be pitching here in the 6th inning, as number 30 Ty Snow is going to lead off the inning for the Indian Hill Braves. So tickety-tick Ty is up right now, and hopefully comes away with a big hit for the Indian Hill Braves, because they definitely need to rally.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Huffman reaches back and delivers, and Ty's going to swing at a ball that cuts across the plate and goes way outside.
Not a great pitch to swing on right there. Not even close to the middle of the plate.
So Ty makes solid contact, but it's going to go foul. And he's really going to have to protect the plate now.
It's a good job there, though, just making the pitcher throw more pitches, foul as many off as you can. Maybe later on you can get them tired out and have them just throwing balls constantly up there, or one right down the middle that you can jack out.
And Huffman delivers, and that's a strike. So Ty Snow has a strikeout looking. That was an inside pitch, and Ty disagreed with that call.
I can tell. I mean, I'm right behind the plate here. That looked a little inside, but it's, when you're down, when you're in the hole, you need to swing at everything.
Yeah, you got to become more aggressive behind the plate.
Number 3, Matt Stolper up at the plate now for the Braves.
So the real question is, can Wankmaster Shizzlema pull it off here for the Braves and come away with a big hit?
Let's go, 3.
The Stolper looks that one by. That's another ball.
Having a great time. Yeah, right.
So Stolper really looking for his pitch now as Huffman comes back and fires and delivers. There's a strike. So Stoper's going to look down at the third baseline, look at Coach Gray, and step back into the box.
Whoa.
Stoper looked to be hit by the ball, I guess. Just skimmed across his back. The catcher still came up with it. So
Now Ryan Shortstuff Lockwood, number 14, up for the Indian Hill Braves.
Lock Diesel, if you will.
Lock Diesel.
Although he's small, he has a diesel engine behind him, very fast. Just takes a while to get going.
Known Lockwood for quite a number of years now. Was able to play football with him my 7th grade year, and let me tell you, might have been the shortest guy on the team, but he sure did play nose tackle very well.
Yeah, he's a hard-nosed player.
Don't let his size fool you there.
And just recently in high school switched over to soccer, and we'll see how he does. Lockwood's getting quite aggressive here. Really wants to get that hit and help extend the Braves in this inning and maybe start the rally off. So the catcher looks back to throw to first, doesn't throw it, holds it up, and is going to throw it back to Huffman.
That sounds about right,
Lockwood
Peter.
tips that one off, flies off the catcher's helmet, and ends up out of play.
Like I said before, this is good and fouling off every single pitch you can, just trying to make sure this pitcher works a little bit for his outs.
So Lockwood definitely battling in there now. So he's gonna stick around. Every at bat, it seems Ryan Lockwood is in for the battle, if you will. Definitely makes the pitcher throw a lot of pitches, and Lockwood will fight it out and try to get a hit. I mean, it started in the beginning of the game with the first at bat when he battled it out for a hit, and that one's popped up. The center fielder comes underneath of it and comes away with the catch.
Great job by Lockwood, though, just being very patient and trying to look for his pitch.
So the captain, Phil Madden, now up for the Braves.
Phil, as we all know, going to Denison to play baseball.
Yeah, I was wondering where he went. I did mention that in the first game. He was going to college and never got the update of what school he was going to. Couldn't remember what the name of it was.
As he's attending Denison, is able to go up with his girlfriend, Maddie Gilbert, who's going to try to play volleyball up there too. So we wish Phil and Maddie the best of luck up at college.
Yeah, definitely, that's really all you can do. Phil's a heck of a player, and hopefully best of luck in college, but hopefully enjoys the rest of his high school season as well before that occurs. So
Don't do that, idiot.
there's going to be a meeting at the mound between the pitcher and the catcher for Roz, and now that it's ended, they'll both go back to their respective positions. As Phil the Madman Madden steps into the box. And he cranks that one. That's a shot, but it's going to be foul. So Phil Madden pretty mad. And let's see if that madness can pay off.
Phil also, as we know, great athlete. Played baseball as well as
There goes Matt Stolper, and he's going to come away with a stolen base on the pass ball.
As I was saying, Phil Madden, great athlete in Indian Hill. Was able to play baseball and basketball through his high school career. Played football his freshman year. Just didn't feel like it was for him, but was still one heck of a quarterback before he
He hits
quit.
a screamer up the first base line, but the first baseman comes up with it, and that's the end of the inning. So at the end of 6, the score is Rams 6, Indian Hill 3. Indian Hill's really got to hold him here on the defensive side in order to have a shot, Alex. And
That's right.
then they got to have a huge rally. And if they don't bust out the rally cap in this game, I don't know when the appropriate time to bust out the rally cap is.
Well, if you really get hot, though, 6 runs really isn't that much if you really think about it.
So Chris Pedersen will be back on the mound yet again for the Braves. And this has been a long day of baseball at Indian Hill. This game is being broadcast by the Indian Hill Television Network. And if interested and you're watching this, you could become a sponsor by visiting our website, www.ihtn.net. Through sponsorship, it really helps programs like this become possible. This is probably the first time we've done a baseball game in about 10 years. Also, it helps other productions, like we film different plays at Indian Hill and other sporting venues.
Boss up now for the Ross Rams.
And he's going to hit a chopper down third base line, but it's going foul. So the real question is, will Matt Willis see playing time here today? His little brother got some playing time, Owen, the big O. But I definitely was hoping we could. I was hoping we could see one of the other pairs of brothers here today. We saw Steven and John playing the first game along with Sean and Phil, so waiting for the other Willis. That'd be fun to watch.
Matt Fuller on the bench trying to get his team up. It's showing great senior leadership right there.
Definitely, he works so hard.
Brooke Rogers here, Peter. Hold on just a second. Brooke, what do you think about baseball, huh? What do you think?
I really enjoy baseball. Thanks a lot. But hope we can pull off a win here today. This needs to get intense about now. Take that away.
Good call, Brooke.
Well, thanks for that update there, Andrew, and thank you, Brooke, who is a superb soccer player, if I must say so myself, and also an incredible track runner.
What was that?
Back to you, Peter.
So we're going to bring in a new pitcher. We're going to bring in the catcher from the first game, Tommy Zanders, number 24.
Holy cow! Oh, yeah.
Dude, the game is Harry Carey. That's what he said. Dude, the rest of the game is Harry Carey.
Oh, okay. Well, they bring in a new pitcher for the Braves, Tommy Zanders, number 24. You may know Tommy for catching earlier today in the first game. As a loud noise comes from the Ross Rams bench, we take time out for the pitching change. Yeah.
So perhaps we've seen enough miracles already in Indian Hill. It would be a miracle if they pulled up the win today. We saw a miracle last night, if you will, when Indian Hill pulled out the win. Girls lacrosse scored 4 goals in less than 57 seconds. That's an incredible feat in itself. Braves would have to score 6 runs in 1 inning even to go into a playoff, and they'd have to hold the Rams at their current score.
I'll tell you what, that was a great game. I watched the whole thing up until the last few seconds. We were down, and holy cow, they pulled it out with 4 goals in 50 seconds.
Well, thanks for that, Harry. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle.
Ratliff with the nice hit. He rounds first and takes a look and goes back.
So the 2 catchers are going to converse out by the mound. Joe's going to go back to his duty behind the plate. In fact, Ross's catcher from the first game is now up to bat, so we have 3 catchers going at each other right now, if you will. Tommy shows him the dark one and throws a curveball. Tommy checks the runner, and here comes the delivery, and that's
holy cow! It's a high fly ball, and it's out of here.
So Ross is going to extend their lead now to 12. And hope for the Braves is dwindling.
Hey, Peter, you know what I could go for right now?
Well, yeah. Harry, would you go for a hot dog?
I would go for a hot dog. How about you?
I mean, yeah, I could definitely go for a hot dog.
I certainly would. I'd smother myself in hot mustard and relish. It'd be delicious.
And Tommy Sanders is going to remain poised on the mound and come through with the delivery. Interesting. Tommy has an interesting release as a catcher. He short arms the ball quite a bit, so as a pitcher, it seems to be he extends it all the way back, but then he brings it straight to the short arm position and lets it go.
A little bit inside there. He's trying to get him back off the plate.
Yep, that appears to be the case here. I'm impressed with the Indian Hill fans that have really fought it out through the tough sun. Also, the Ross fans that are very dedicated to this team, that have fought it out through the tough heat of this sun.
Well, I'll say they don't boo their players after striking out a few times like they do up in Chicago. High fly ball. And Lockwood has a pardon. Who's shortstop? Pete.
So, Peter Carr, I'm live now, and I was just wondering, I see Libby sitting next to you. What does she think about baseball?
So, Libby, we're going to go live to Libby Schreiner, currently number 22 on the lacrosse team. She's part of that amazing miracle last night here at Indian Hill.
Definitely. She was a huge contributor to their win. I mean, they couldn't have done it without her.
She definitely was, Andrew, and we're going to ask her a little bit about baseball here. So, Libby, what do you think about baseball at Indian Hill?
I would say baseball is definitely a strong suit here at Indian Hill. We all love it. We come to games. We love hanging out. Baseball is sweet.
Thanks for that insight, Libby. Do you think there's a chance there could be 2 miracles in one weekend? You know, it takes 3 miracles to become a saint, and Indian Hill maybe could become a saint. I just don't know.
Peter, I highly doubt inanimate objects or organizations can become a saint. I mean...
And that's a jack up the middle. Let's go to Harry for the call.
Well, holy cow, that was a nice shot at the middle. The Braves were able to get the out, though.
So You really gotta wonder what the rally caps are going to be like in this stage in the game. What are the Braves going to show off here? They definitely need a rally cap. Maybe Libby will come up with one for him.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Braves are certainly showing their fatigue. Look at Michael Schertenberg out there. He's sitting there with an ice on his shoulder. Holy cow.
He's down there.
So, Libby, I saw you and Catherine both sported the armbands last night. You think that was essential to your win? And
Actually, yes, I do. Palmer borrowed one of mine, by the way. And I would say that it definitely brought our game up, but like 3 levels, definitely.
Now, Libby, Peter, why don't you go ahead and give Libby the headset
Well, I'll
so
say,
she can hear me?
I haven't
now.
seen a miracle like that one since we had Fishes and Loaves night here at the ballpark.
Why do I get to wear these?
I mean, Libby, do you honestly think? I mean, your armbands, they must be lucky. And since you gave one to Palmer, I mean, she then got 2 goals at the at the end of the first half to tie it up. I mean, do you think that contributed to her playing ability?
Yeah, Palmer had an amazing game, but I would say everyone did. But definitely the armband wearers, we really pulled through, or we really tried, had the hustle. I think the armbands just motivated us.
Libby, way to be a team player. We really like that here at Indian Hill. We really like that. Keep that up, okay? I'm signing off now. Bye.
Libby apparently seems to be quite happy about that comment.
Bye, Brooke.
Pretty team player.
Up to the plate goes Colin Bonekemper.
Colin had a nice game. His first game had a pretty big hits and definitely had a home run in the first. So let's see if he can't get this 7th inning started. Number 7 to start the 7th inning for the Braves. Colin's going to foul that one off.
He actually tried to check his swing. He didn't even take a full swing on that one. So I think the ball hit his bat, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Ball inside. Colin had to back away from that one a little bit.
So Huffman delivers there. And the count is now 1-1.
Libby Schreiner here commenting on Peter Carr's nice suntan. Or should we say sunburn? He almost looks like a hot dog with how burned he is.
Peter, what kind of look are you going for there? Just what kind of look?
I couldn't tell you, Andrew. I've been baking out in the sun. You know, what happens to a raisin in the sun? That's the real question, my friend.
Actually, I think the prune turns into a raisin when it gets in the sun, Peter. I mean, use your head.
Okay.
Colin with nice comment there as the ball was a little bit inside. Colin always the joker around school.
Definitely is the Joker, Harry.
Well, I'll say. He takes the ball 4 outside. He takes his base. Up to the plate now, the catcher, Joe Wardeman. Joe is very fortunate to have his girlfriend watching him today. Very supportive of him. Makes a good cut. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah?
How's it going?
I'm doing pretty well sitting here in the van and now. Oh my God!
Whoa, we got a foul ball over here in the
Oh wow,
stands.
that was close. That was
I
very
about marked
close.
my laundry after that one, folks.
You know what's interesting is we've had a couple fly balls that have been brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Yeah, 2 cars have been hit today. Nancy Keating has a huge dent in her hood of a Cadillac, and another person also has
That's a line drive ball. And it is caught. Oh, no. Yeah, it's caught. Colin has to return to the base. Holy cow, diving catch.
Yeah, that definitely was an incredible catch there. Dove and caught it right in front of him, and ends up being a huge play for Ross. As their lead remains 12-3, as the little Buddick steps up to the plate.
I think the Braves really thought they were going to get a run on that one. Great defensive play. And it's a high fly ball. It may invite. Oh.
So
It's caught.
two diving catches in one inning. That's something to see. 2 outs. And here's the case like last night. When you have less than a minute to go in baseball, less than 1 out to go, can you really have a rally? Although they don't have a rally cap and they don't have the rally monkey, so you really got to wonder, can they pull this one off?
Maybe next game we can bring him a rally monkey.
Maybe, Andrew, or maybe a rally animal. I'm not quite sure. Rally cricket.
Why not
maybe?
a rally hot dog?
That one's going to fall for a hit there. As he rounds for 2. He's going for second, and it's going to – nope, it's not going to be a close one. And Tommy calls it up for Colin Bonenkemper, and that's going to cut the lead to
All it signals he's done.
to 4-12.
I believe him.
Now,
So
Peter
Colin
Carr?
takes quite a trot around the bases there.
Peter, what
to
kind
come in
of
for his score.
what kind of an animal would Libby use? For a rally animal.
For a rally animal here at Indian Hill, I'm going to have to go to Libby on this one. Libby, what kind of animal should the Indian Hill incorporate as a rally animal?
I don't know.
I don't think it's politically correct to say a brave.
So it's not politically correct to say a hot dog. So what would you go with? Not a brave, but
What's the question? What's the question?
what should be the rally animal? We have Matt Arnold, varsity lacrosse stud and varsity basketball player.
It's rough. It's rough handling all the different kinds of sports that juggling with that with carrying a 4.2 in school. I get by. Thanks.
So technically, you're lying through your teeth, but as we can clearly see. But that one belongs to the Rams as they win another game, and the score is 12-3. Ross Rams. It's been a pleasure announcing the game, but more into the topic. What should our rally animal or rally object be next game?
Peter, I would definitely say a hot dog more than anything else.
I'll say so, too. We can put some mustard or relish. Maybe get some ketchup on it. It'd be great.
Well, thank you for that, Harry, and it's been a privilege delivering the play-by-play. It was Andrew Burgess, Peter Carr, Alex Becker, and also we had a special guest appear toward the end of the show who's going to have his own sign-off here. This is Peter Carr from IHCN saying see you next time, and this is
Harry Carey, thank you very much for having me on here. It's been a pleasure. Have a great night, folks, and please come again to the ballpark.